Hi everyone. So today we are going to solve an SQL easy level problem combine two tables. So problem statement goes as follows. They will give two tables which are named person and address. So in the table person there will be three columns: person ID, first name and last name. Person ID will be the primary key, which is nothing but unique table, which unique column which is used to differentiate among rows. And similarly there is another table called address, which have the columns like address ID, person ID, city and state. So here address ID will be the primary key of this table. So what we are supposed to retrieve is, we are supposed to retrieve first name, last name, city and state, regardless of whether there is an address for each of these people. Let me explain you through whiteboard. So this is the second table. So uh, in the person table you can see person ID, first name, and last name. And in the similar, this is data related to person. And similarly there is another table called address. There is some issue with my whiteboard. Huh. There is another table called address, which it has columns address ID, person ID, city and state. So what we are supposed to return is, we are supposed to return first name, last name, city and state, these four columns. So in order to retrieve data from any two tables, uh, basically what I'm telling is, if we are supposed to return data from two tables, then we are supposed to apply join condition on those tables in order to retrieve. So in order to apply a join condition, we should have a similar column in two tables. Similar column in the sense same column. Here as we can see, person ID is there in the person table, and similarly person ID is also there in address table. So this is the required condition in order to apply join. Let's see how we can retrieve the data from using query. So let me apply my select statement. Select. At first what we are supposed to return first name. So first name is present in person table. Let the alias for the person table be p, so we can retrieve it using p dot first name. And they are also asking last name from the person table, and they are asking city. So city is present in address table, so we can let the alias for the address table is a. We can retrieve the city using a dot city, and a dot, they are also asking state. Now from the tables, person p, so person is the name of the table and p is the alias which I am using. And address, sorry, we are supposed to apply join condition. Join address A. So join is the syntax in order to join. So what we are doing is we are joining the table person with the table address on. So on after saying on, we are supposed to write the syntax which has same column from both the tables. So here we can see person ID is there in both the tables. So on which condition? P dot person ID equal to A dot person ID. So here what they, sorry, let me correct this. So here what they are asking me, regardless if there is an address present in the address table, we are supposed to retrieve the details of the person. First let's check what happens if we do full join, and let's get to the answer after that. I'm executing. So we got nothing, which indicates that there are some null values in address table. So if there is no address, then also we are supposed to fetch. What this full join is doing is, if the particular person has address, I mean address in the sense city and state, then only it will fetch the first name and last name. What if we do left join? So what this will do is it will fetch the first name and last name of the person, even if that particular person doesn't have city or state. Let me execute this. Here we can see the first name of that person is Allen and last name of the person is Wang. So here we can see city and state as null. So it indicates that that person doesn't have city and state. Let me fully submit this query and let's check. As you can see, this is passing. Thank you.